Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Glinorin here. Say hello to everyone, Glinorin. Yeah, I thought that'd be a little bit too much to ask for. As you see, he is currently here in Bywater, where it is once again time for the Farmers Faire. I can't believe it's been a year since this came out. Feels like just a month or two ago I was over here chastising drunken hobbits. But it's the Farmers Faire again. We've got the Drunken Hobbit quest. We've got the customer list for you to collect. There is the mayor there. Founders to throw rotten fruit at. There's the mushroom quest, the mushroom hunt. And the egg hunt is back as well. And of course, right over the hill and down there next to the pond, we've got the fishing quest too, if you're into that sort of thing, and you know who I'm talking about. So there you go. So it's the fair is going on once again. I will be doing that here over the next few days or a week or two. And let's see, barter items. Let's see what kind of things are out for the barter's item. There should be a new horse, robe of bounty, cloaks of bounty, hooded cloaks of bounty, etc. Gardening boots, very nice. Gardening gloves, your apron. Is this where the lantern comes from? I can't remember if this is where the lantern comes from or not that I tend to carry around. I think this is where yep, there's the lantern. This is where, if I remember correctly, the chicken coop comes from as well, that we have in our yard over there at Gnarlo's house. Mushroom rings, all sorts of stuff. Really nice collection of cosmetic items and stuff. Both clothing and things for your house and your yard as well. But looks like this year, we got the Steed of the Yield and the Comparison of the Yield. I don't have either one of those, and as you see, I've only got 21 points, 21 tokens left over from last year. So I will be working hard at getting the Steed and showing y'all what it looks like. But there you go. Just to let you know, that has started. I believe it must have started up with the changeover at 3 o'clock this morning, 3 o'clock Eastern time. You know, that's whenever the various daily quests and things like that reset for those of us in the game. So I'm imagining that's whenever the Farmers Faire started. I will throw the dates right across the middle here to show y'all from the calendar how long the Farmers Faire will be going on. So if you're into it, get out there and enjoy. In the meantime, we are going to be heading back over to Gnarlo, who is currently working through Book 15. And we will see you when we arrive back over there to him. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we were here in the dark, dingy, dank depths of Delossad. How's that for some alliteration, people? We were talking to Narmaleth, and she was telling us about her sad story. So the next chapter in book 15 here is Daughter of Strife. So we have to hear Narmaleth's tale and do not fail the Daughter of Strife mission. So we are going to go ahead and accept that. I'll imagine that this will probably take us to it. Yep. A Tale of Narmaleth during the darkening of Eregion. So we are going to play the part of Arodale, a level 50th person. I wouldn't be too surprised if not a friend or a handmaiden, perhaps, of Narmaleth here. Something of the sort. And let us see. What is this right up here? 200 slots open. This must be how many people are actually playing this at the moment. So let's go ahead and find out what happened to Narmaleth to turn her into Amarthiel and for her to end up in such foul surroundings and terrible life as she has led.
Ages ago, in the vastness of Eregion, the Dark Lord came in fair guise. Some amongst the elves called him Antheron, Gift Lord, for he taught them to craft the rings of power. In those days, he beguiled Narmaleth, daughter of Laodon, and broke her mind.
Indeedly. All right, so it looks like, yes, there we go. We are whoever that character was. I said some friend, I've forgotten already. Not important. Let's take a look at our abilities down here just to see what we have. We have a weighted arrow. Okay, so that is a snare type. Not a root, but a snare. We have Eldar's Kiss, which is a rapid fire, hitting multiple foes around a rapid fire area of effect bow thing. We have a Dagger Throw, which will throw a root. Elder Arrowhead, which gives them fire damage. Then the Archer Strike, which gives them light damage, but only against elven enemies. Then we have the Elven Enemy, which is a range skill. Elf Trick, alright, a nice Daze crowd control type. Eldar's Slash, Eldar's Cut, and Blood of the Eldar, which is a heal. Okay, so it looks like we have much the same as what we did back whenever we were running Lairdan. Alright, we have played as the father. Let's see what went on with the daughter now. Do hurry, I have something wonderful to show thee. Thou didst not know my father, did thee? Thou knowest how he worries. The smiths have taught me all they know, and yet he knows so much more. Come, thou must meet him. Let's see, can I turn on a light here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Do not be frightened, Antheron promised it was not for me to fear. Orcs, come, let us test our strength.
Mashara!
Fortunately, it looks like Narmaleth is one here that we could probably... One of those with the escort mission that we could probably let her go the whole thing. Dost thou see no Uruk can withstand the might of the Noldor? A second assault. Come, I welcome the battle. Let's see, here we go. Throw some multiple arrows into the fight here. Very good. Can understand why she worked so well as Amarthiel, why she lasted so long. The lady does have skills. She does have a little combat going on there. I must be on my guard. Who knows how many more orcs there could be. Especially if you keep stopping like this. Now we are all the way back. This is in the age of... Back here with the aging of the Elven Rings. If we go anywhere near Region, it should be in fairly decent shape. Orb Skirmisher. Alright, the fights haven't been anything other than a slight annoyance so far. Are you well, friend? I lost sight of thee in the heat of the battle. Come, it is not far now. Looks like we get to meet Sauron in his fair form. Back before the fall of Numenor, whenever he was no longer able. And Father says I'm not ready to fight battles, fight wars, see how they fall before me. Maybe this was not such a wise choice. And there's Lairdan. Uh-oh. He has jumped into the battle now, too. Looks like someone's going to be ticked off. Narmaleth, what is this foolishness? Father, I thought she handled herself quite well. I can explain, I already forbade thee from speaking to this gift lord, and now thou dost sneak out to meet with him? Thy father would forbid thee from learning more of the world outside. Come with me, Narmaleth. I can show thee how to make things not even the mind of Feanor has imagined. Thou would order my daughter to defy me? Come, Narmaleth, we are returning to Mirabel at once. Wouldst thou be trapped in Mirabel forever? So there's the face of Sauron. Hold thy tongue, or I will show it to thee. Father, no, I am leaving with Antheron. If thou love me, thou wilt not stop me. Come, Narmaleth, we shall begin thy learning immediately. Narmaleth, I love thee. See, it says follow Narmaleth. Alright, there we go. The instance is complete. That didn't take too terribly long. That's good to see. So that is the face, the fair face of Sauron, back whenever he was able to, as I said, maintain a fair form back in the days before the fall of Numenor, whenever his physical form was destroyed and he was no longer able to assume a pleasing demeanor that people would trust. So that is a sad tale. Yet another person seduced and betrayed by the will of Sauron. I was young and foolish, and Sauron taught me the secret arts of ring lore, and by that I was ensnared. With his aid I forged a potent ring, powerful enough to sway the hearts and minds of those around me. Yet he regarded not in me the skill of a ringsmith, but the prowess of a warrior, cruel and beautiful. But the violent losses of Narquil and my father have purged me of the spell and the spirit that bound me to Sauron's will. I am truly free, though I have paid a bitter price indeed for my folly so many ages ago. I regret all the deeds I wrought under my spell of madness. Each death by my hand is a crushing weight that I will bear forever, even into the undying west, if I am ever allowed into those hallowed halls. Alright, Chapter 7, A Final Council. Gnarlo, I wish to do some good in the fight against the evil which I created. Mordorith has recovered Narquil, and doubtless he will seek to use its powers soon. Mordrembor is arrogant, but he has skill in the dark arts of the enemy, and is no less wicked than his master. He too remains a threat that I allowed to persist. I wish to aid in healing the hurts I have inflicted upon the world, even if by the least act. If you would but speak to Lord Glorfindel for me, I would accept the high judgment, whatever it may be. Alright, so we are going to travel back to Rivendell and accompany Glorfindel to the final council. Very good. We have arrived back in Imladris. Let us horse up. And we are going to travel back on over there, right up the hill to the side of the last homely house and speak to Glorfindel. Alright, that was quite an interesting little interlude there. Jumping back all the way back into the... Trying to remember when. Was it first stage? Or second age? It was the second age when Sauron came to power. And Moria and Eregion were at their height. And there was peace and friendship between the elves and the dwarves. And the forging of the great rings came about. Let's get up here and talk to Glorfindel and see what exactly we need to do now. Be wary when speaking with Amarthiel, Gnarlo. Well, we have been. Chapter 7, A Final Council. One good deed does not erase all that was done by her as Amarthiel, no matter what name she calls herself now. But I will reflect upon all that you have told me. Master Elrond has asked that Narmaleth be judged, and I would have you accompany me while she is questioned. Good. I'm glad to see Glorfindel has more sense.
Glorfindel, mightiest of elf lords, tests the heart of Narmaleth, seeking to learn if the spirit of Amarthiel has truly passed from her. If Narmaleth has indeed returned, her knowledge of Angmar may aid the free peoples in overthrowing the false king.
I am so happy to see that they don't fall into the Lucas trap of it doesn't matter how, think of Darth Vader. It doesn't matter how many billions of people you killed, how many you have tortured, how evil you have been, how many planets you've blown up. As long as you have a change of heart there at the end, you are allowed to be considered one of the good guys. I know that's a very Christian thing, and it's the whole question of grace and forgiveness and all that, but that's one of the reasons why I have a severe problem with it. You may be forgiven and you may eventually get to your reward in the Undying Lands, but where the heck are they? That's where she was before, so notice there's a bunch of doors open now that weren't open before. You may eventually get to your reward in the Undying Lands, but that doesn't mean you don't get judged while you're still here in Middle-earth. And that there is punishment due. He says that many, many, many people have had cruel, cruel things happen to them by her hand. Alright, we have visited practically every single one of the places where she used to be held. Let's see if we can find where they're actually holding her at now. There we go. Having that whole straight-on doorway open has confused me. Lord Glorfindel awaits you. I have been commanded by Master Elrond to hold council with you, Amarthiel, champion of Angmar. You have lent great aid to the Rangers of Estelden, but that has not cleared you of your previous offenses. What have you to say? Why should you not be held here, where you may commit no more evil deeds? I can offer only my own sorrow for my previous deeds. I am only Narmaleth. I reject the name of Amarthiel and all that was done under that corrupt guise. And what would Narmaleth, Forge Maiden, ask of Master Elrond? To be allowed to aid the free peoples in their fight against Angmar, to assist in the destruction of that which I created. The destruction of Narquil and the fall of Mordorith are all that I seek. And how would you accomplish such a task? The ring Narquil is potent, but not strong enough to bring down one such as Mordorith. Not through the power of Narquil, but all the strength that is left in me will I use to fight the enemy. Were you to recover Narquil, you would be better equipped to dispatch your enemies. Were the power of Narquil used to slay Mordorith, he would return in time. Nay, I seek a final end for Mordorith and Narquil alike, though I hold no hope for myself. I detect no lies in your speech, and I judge you to be true of heart. Though you have done much harm, I deem that it will be by your hand or none that Mordorith will find his doom. I release you under the protection of Gnarlo, who will answer for all your deeds. Hey! Hey! What do you mean I will answer for all of her deeds? You've just talked about her being this evil creature that for an entire age has committed murder and death and everything else. But you're gonna hold the little hobbit responsible. Remember what I've said before? Elves. Elves. Got anything to say? No? Nothing? Ooh, you look sick. You really do look like you've been through the ringer, dear. Alright, Glorfindel, let's return to Elrond. We'll probably jump into the council meeting as well. Completed a final council. Oh, so it's just the council between you two. Thought perhaps we would be bringing her before Lord Elrond and see what we were going to do and what her help might be in order to defeat Mordorith and overthrow Angmar for a time. Chapter 7, a final council.
What can I do for you?
By your word, Gnarlo, Narmaleth has allowed her freedom. Had it not been for your excellent reputation among my kindred, I would not have allowed for her to depart. But hear this ere you depart from my side. Be wary and fastidiously watchful. Though my thoughts counsel me to trust that no treachery remains in Narmaleth, I perceive that the desire for Narquil has not wholly left her.
Mind my words, traveler.
Chapter 8, Only Fitting. Narmaleth has sent word that she desires to speak with you, Gnarlo. She wishes to begin preparation for the journey immediately and asks for you to return to Delossad as quickly as you may. Pray do not forget my counsel, and be cautious when dealing with Narmaleth in the event that we are deceived. Revised though she may seem, one does not plunge one's hands so deeply into the realm of shadow without finding them forever tarnished by its influence. I fear that your road hence will be fraught with peril, my friend, but I hope that you will find light in the darkness when all is done. Alright, you will automatically travel to Delossad and Tal Bruinen when you complete this quest, accept this quest. That is where we are going to stop for now. We are running up on about the 25-minute mark here, so what I am going to do is sit here and once again have a peaceful smoke with Glorfindel while we look down and look across the beauties of the river of the Valley of Imladris. And I am probably going to go and do some of the Farmers Faire missions and activities there. And then once I have completed those for the day, we'll come back and we will join in and go speak to Narmaleth and Delossad once more. Lord, have we ran a pathway down between these two locations, haven't we? Back and forth and back and forth. All right, there you go. Thank y'all for watching. Remember the Farmers Faire is going on. Go and enjoy the rotten fruit chucking and the fishing and all. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.